I guess projects for the next 3 months. I mentioned a few weeks ago I had applied to become a speaker volunteer for Diabetes UK. So I've been accepted.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
one. Round of applause for
congratulations.
Mark.
Oh, it's fab. That's great.
So yeah, I will be now a volunteer speaker on behalf of the charity, and actually go out and do my first ones. So yeah, looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, fantastic. Do they just like place you somewhere and say you're going to such and such on Thursday?
No, it's down to you. So again, coming to the more business side of a speaking business, we've got to find our own speaking gigs as well. So what we do as a speaker, we commit that we will give a minimum of 5 a year. So it's not a huge commitment, but you've got to go and source those. And I met with the other speakers last week, and online got to meet them. And some are very active and some aren't. And the typical sort of groups, you can imagine who they talk to, right? It's sort of WIs, Rotary clubs, those sort of, one of them talking to the local deaf society and things like that. So I'm looking much more to go into schools, and actually talk to children about recognizing diabetes and and all the rest of it. So yeah, there's a little bit more I need to do, because it's just, and the good thing is they have realized that they need a different deck, and a different way of, different notes to talk to children. And obviously children at secondary school are very different to talking to primary children. So again, just trying to get them to realize they need to kind of mix up their deck a bit. So yeah, I've got to book my own ones, and stuff like that. So I know it's probably a topic for one of the later weeks, and not everyone on the group is interested in, speaking as a business. But that's certainly an area that I'll now need to look at. How do you market yourself? How do you actually go out to these people? What message resonates? That sort of thing.
Say someone called their head office, and just asked for someone to come and speak on it. Would they not sort of feed it down to you or put it in between the group to say, look, we've got someone in the Isle of Wight or Portsmouth or who wants to? Oh, they do sort of give you the leads, as it were. Then
they do that as well. So what happens is we have a group chat, and if someone does approach Diabetes UK looking for someone, we really want someone to come in and talk about diabetes and whatever, then it'll go to the local regional. And then the regional lead will then put out a message to see who's available or willing to be able to do it. So yeah, there is.
But it sounded as though they've sort of left you out on your own, out on a limb in a way, when you said you've got to find your own. I thought,
they're not. But they're not active. They're not actively going out on your behalf and getting you gigs.
It's just like a link.
Exactly. Yeah. If something comes inbound, then absolutely they will filter that down and make sure someone's available to fulfill that. Otherwise, it's all outbound.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Does anyone know anyone who needs a diabetes talk? Their school, their workplace, kids' school?
Not offhand, but whereabouts are you based, Mark?
I'm in Buckinghamshire.
Oh, right, so sort of west of London. I'm east. Okay.
Would you be doing it in person, or can you do it virtually as well?
I can do virtual as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I've got a few friends who are teachers, so I can ask around if you like and see if they'd be interested.
Yeah, no, that'd be fantastic. No, thanks very much.
Is it type 2 diabetes or type 1?
I'm personally a type 1, but the talk is aimed. It's an educational talk. So it's aimed, as I say, for children, make them aware of, all the different types of diabetes. There's several more than just type 1 and type 2. There's an education about what to look for, what are the symptoms, how it happens, all sorts of different things around sort of educating and just getting that sort of awareness of, what happens if one of your friends has a hypo, what happens if they have a hyper, how can you recognize a DKA or whatever it might be, and sort of educating really. So very much aimed at that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll speak to my friends that are teachers and see if they'd be interested.
That's
And
very kind of you.
I'll,
Thank you very
I'll
much.
reach out to you in the group if there's anything. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, if it's virtual, just like start at A and work
Yeah.
your way, work all the schools that begin with A and then go to B. I mean, God, how many schools must there be in the UK?
Yeah.
1,000+ high schools, probably several thousand primary schools. I mean, obviously you can't contact all of them, but yeah, there's plenty out there if you can get a foot in.
Well, they work in clusters, don't they, sort of thing. So, and then the word spreads.
Mm-hmm.
And very often, what one cluster will do for their inset or whatever, or for their kids, and the word passes around between colleagues anyway, and LEAs, doesn't it? Great.
Hopefully so.
I'm sure you'll be brilliant at that, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All power to your elbow, as they say.
Is it just schools that you're thinking of, or have you had any other ideas of where you can go?
Yeah, I'm open to anything really.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's all practice. It ties into my kind of main message, because of the diabetes was kind of the wake up call that led me to my other story. But yeah, no, I'm not wedded to just doing schools and stuff like that. I will absolutely speak to local Rotary clubs and other groups, wherever there may be interest, really. And I'll find, I guess it's feeling out the market a bit and see what resonates and what lands.
Yeah. How long roughly is the presentation?
So the presentation is ridiculously long. Again, there's a slide for every sentence, it feels. It's yeah, I mean, just I think it's meant to be an hour long.
Okay.
And then you can work up and down from that. Again, I don't know what your ratios are, but I always like to leave a lot of time for Q&A. So I'm not talking, if I have an hour's slot, I'm not going to be talking for an hour.
Yeah.
For, 40, 45 minutes and then 15-20 minutes of Q&A, right? So yeah, I might have to chop bits out and rush it around, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll have a little think and see if I've got any ideas of places you can go, because an hour they have to like sort of really kind of set that aside. You can't just kind of like sneak in somewhere at a lunchtime and do a quick like 15 minutes. Which is fine, just kind of being aware of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure I can do a slimmed down version, but I guess I've got to get their permission, and are they happy with that?
Yeah. Some companies do a thing called Lunch and Learn, where they encourage people to bring their lunch along. So maybe if you can do a shorter version, it might work.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, especially in the city. City of London, what have you, the commercial centres, I mean financial centres and business centres. Yeah, because I've attended a few virtual webinars and talks for an hour, fortunately they've had a few that some public can get access to. So I've done a few of those while I've been in lockdown since opening. Yeah.
Thanks for those suggestions.
Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, if anyone has anything helpful for Mark, just find him in the WhatsApp group. If you got a contact or anything that you can send him over. How about everyone else? Has someone else got a kind of project that they're working on over the next 3 months or so? The first part of each meeting will be a workshop delivered by myself, where you will learn the key tenets of public speaking so that you know how to structure your speeches, tell engaging stories, and be able to prepare for any speech at short notice. You'll learn which techniques help you appear and feel confident, hold your audience's attention, and inspire them to take action on your message. We'll also cover what tricks you can use with technology to create more engaging speeches, unite large groups of people, and establish yourself as an expert in your industry. In the second part of the meeting, members will take turns delivering a 10-minute speech and get evaluation from everyone in the club. This will allow you to identify weak areas to sharpen your skills as a speaker, practice important content to get it just right before you deliver it for real, and allow you to experiment with new material in a safe, supportive environment. Additionally, every 12 weeks we will have a networking party. This is a meeting dedicated to building connections with each other so that you can make friends with like-minded people from across the world, find out about new opportunities to speak and serve, and create partnerships that allow you to increase your impact and income. The Virtual Speakers Club is a unique blend of learning, community, and opportunity that will help you develop your skills, build your network, and make your difference in the world.